What up, y'all? Today I want to talk about, or rather talk to the folks at Marvel directly, and their habit, propensity for killing off characters, particularly villains. This is the Dead Villain Society. I'll be real with D-Red. What up, y'all? It's your man D-Real, and entertainment is what I do. Welcome and welcome and welcome to Be Real with D-Real, where we try to entertain you a little bit on things and give you a perspective that you may not have thought about. Obadiah Stane. The Vanko guy from Iron Man 2. The Aldrich guy from Iron Man 3, not really the Red Skull, sort of the Red Skull, and a host of other cool villains. I guess the question I want to ask is why? Why are they dead? Why have you killed them off? And why do we think, at Marvel anyway, that murdering characters advances the plot? If there's no other alternative, okay? I was always under the impression, it's just me, unless you was an anti-hero like Frank Castle or Wolverine, then you do not kill. Killing is not an option. We do everything except kill. They have taken that axiom and went to town. They kill constantly. It's like I find myself after about the first 4 or 5 Marvel movies, probably after that first arc with Avengers in 2012, I was thinking to myself, dang, a lot of these villains are dying, man. Why are they all dying? You know, and then of all people, Loki. I mean, Loki's never been my favorite villain, but I guess it's Tom Hiddleston's performance that said, spare him, good sirs, kind sirs, please spare him. I guess Loki is an integral part to whatever they were planning, whereas, what is his name? The Secretary of Defense or whatever, the character Robert Redford played in Captain America and the Winter Soldier. I found him a far more compelling villain, you know, than some of the other villains that we've never heard of before. He was scheming, he was conniving, he had hidden agendas, he was double dealing. You know, it would have been cool to see him maybe like escape the Triskelion or get away from Black Widow and Nick Fury at the end, and we see him, you know, deep in the government, still entrenched, doing what he do, or maybe even a cooler twist would have been to make him the Red Skull. Just a thought, you know, but that's just me, you know, spitballing some stuff, saying, you know, maybe you could keep them alive a little longer, not murder them off. I wonder, you know, we got these other movies coming out now. You know, Black Widow, of course, they killed off the villain, but not the henchman. I don't get that part, fam. I mean, if you got a good villain, why not try to keep him? A la Killmonger. You know, Killmonger was a great villain, but we thought it would be a good idea to just maintain the trend. And in Black Panther, y'all didn't kill one, y'all killed 2 good villains. Two good villains. Somebody obviously did not read comic books, or you would have understood that Claw is an integral part of the Black Panther mythos. Ndjaka, aka Eric Killmonger, is an integral part of the Black Panther mythos. Who are we going to get to replace those two epic villains? And very well played by Andy Serkis and Michael B. Jordan, respectively. Amazing job. We sure can't say it was their performances that said, okay, y'all need to be off. But now we're going into this multiversal thing where it's like, oh, there's a potential for everybody to come back now. Gamora came back. Why can't some more people come back? That, ladies and gentlemen, is another video for another day. What am I getting at with this one? Hey, Kevin Feige, stop killing all the good villains. That's what I'm getting at. Before another good villain comes on the screen and Feige gets the idea to say, it's off him too. He doesn't deserve to live. Let's just get rid of that guy. He's useless. Other than to serve the plot device in that particular movie. And, they do what they do sometimes. I guess all I'm saying is I'd like to see a villain return in a part 2. I mean, even with the Sony Spider-Man films, it's like, okay, murder all of them off too. I get it. The Green Goblin was supposed to die, but what about Doc Ock? Doc Ock is like his arch foe, right? Or one of his arch foes. Spider-Man got so many. But through the magic of the multiverse, we're going to get to see him again. And that's cool because I actually kind of like Alfred Molina in the role. But how about y'all just not do it in the first place, and you don't have to come up with all of these extravagant ideas and excuses to maintain the continuity of a character. Just a thought. The straight approach might work. You might want to take a cue from DC over at DC. We don't take a cue from DC about much, but I think what they did with Aquaman, that was the right move. They were saving that villain, those villains, for another run at it. We don't have to see them again in the sequel. We could see them in the third movie, or we could even see them again. I wouldn't mind seeing Black Manta or Orm. But the point, they didn't murder them off. Now, if you murder one of them off in the third installment, that would make perfect sense. I got a couple, but I know their overreaching goal originally was to make a sort of like a Legion of Doom in Justice League, and they were forming all of their characters up for that, and they never got to that. Dang, DC. I was looking forward to that too. I was going to be like, challenge of the Super Friends, but I didn't get that. So I guess in closing, all I've been saying for the past almost 10 minutes is stop killing off good characters. You don't know what you could build if you decided to take a different approach and go against the grain and be original, unique, kind of like what got y'all in the position that you're in right now, and say, hey, here's a novel idea. Let's not kill the villain at the end. Let's just let him get beat down real good, kind of like Loki did. And then we can bring him back for 2, 3, maybe 4 more movies. Ooh, and Loki even got his own series out of it. I can't even begin to imagine what a Killmonger solo series would have looked like. Yeah, I can. It would have been dope as hell. But yeah, it is what it is. It is in your nature to be savage and destructive and eliminate everything that you don't understand or to make a buck. I'm not going to get on no geopolitical tirades. I'm going to just wrap it right here. This has been Be Real with G Real. If you ain't subscribed to the page, please subscribe to the page. Please comment, please like, and I appreciate the people who are commenting and liking. Mr. Ray Smith, I appreciate you. D. Steezel, I appreciate you. Young T. Austin, I appreciate you. Theo B, I appreciate you. Romeo, I appreciate you. All of y'all that's rocking with me in the comments page, I appreciate y'all. Then Be Real with D Real. I'll be back with another one before you know it. And until then, y'all be good and good to each other.